Motorcycle shows and events are getting cancelled left, right and centre at the moment because of the coronavirus pandemic, but manufacturers won't be deterred from unveiling new models, with both Ducati and Honda holding virtual launches this week. Honda's online motorcycle show saw the reveal of their retro CBF concept bike in order to celebrate 6 decades of the CB series of motorcycles. It looks absolutely stunning to me, so in today's video we're going to take a look at all the details. But before we get started, if you're new here and you want to see more of the latest motorcycle news right here on YouTube from yours truly, then please do remember to hit subscribe. This concept bike isn't all new though, and it doesn't take too much scrutiny to figure out that it's based upon the current CB1000R. It's Honda's most performance-orientated naked sports bike offering, powered by the last generation Fireblade motor that was used between 2006 and 2018, but with a bit of a change to the tune in order to give it more mid-range usability and torque, making it more suited to the road. As such, the inline 4 puts out 143 horsepower at 10,500 RPM and 104 Nm of peak torque at 8,250. Stopping duties are taken care of by the twin radially mounted 4-pot monoblock calipers from Tokiko on 310mm discs, with a single 2-pot caliper on a 256mm disc at the rear. Suspension is from Showa with fully adjustable separate fork function big piston forks and a preload and rebound adjustable shock. My favourite thing about this bike visually though has to be the single-sided swing arm and rear wheel. Combined with the stubby tail section, the back end of this bike is a thing of beauty. Already it has somewhat retro styling with Honda's Neo Sports Cafe design language. This was one of the first bikes to be released in the Neo Cafe range, but it's now joined by the CB650R, CB300R and the CB125R. It does away with a lot of the plastic and angles of the previous model and instead favours a more stripped back aesthetic with more metal than plastic and a classic round headlight. For me, it really works. It's a huge visual improvement upon the last model, and it's distinctive when set against the other Japanese naked bikes. There are still modern touches like the LCD dash, LED lighting and ride-by-wire throttle with riding modes, and given that it has a water-cooled Fireblade motor and decent spec equipment, it really is a modern naked motorcycle, and it makes a capable base for this concept. I've borrowed one from Honda for a few weeks and massively enjoyed the combination of a comfortable position and cushy ride with a sweet engine that has enough power for some serious fun on the road without getting too silly. But Honda wanted to pay homage to their CB series, which passed its 60th anniversary last year, and they chose the CB900F as their inspiration, also known as the CB750F in Japan. They say that they chose this particular bike as through the North American racing scene it cemented the CB's status as an iconic line of bikes. Produced between 1979 and 1983, it used an air-cooled inline 4 that produced 95 horsepower and had a top speed of 130 miles per hour. Like the CB1000R, the engine was tuned for usable mid-range power rather than out-and-out peak power, and as such it pulled well from 4,000 revs up to the red line at 9,500. It also had a reputation for sweet handling with an air-assisted fork with Honda's track anti-dive system and decent stopping power with a pair of 2-pot calipers on 270mm discs at the front. The CB900F shared bodywork with the CB750F Supersport that it replaced, and also some design cues with the CB1100F that followed. So it's an iconic design, and no wonder that Honda used it as the basis for this new concept. You can certainly see similarities when you compare the two, especially the tank shape, subframe and seat design, and the paint job. Other retro touches include the simplified round headlight and headlight brackets, the twin horns mounted just below, and the megaphone-style exhaust. The engine casings also look to have been pared back a bit to keep it simple, as do some of the finishes and panels. It probably also helps that they've omitted homologation necessities like mirrors, indicators, and a license plate, but still it's a really clean-looking bike. In the same way that the Kawasaki Z900RS and the Suzuki Katana take their modern nakeds and apply a retro skin, the CBF combines the best of new and old for a truly stunning end result. I'd absolutely love to see something like this on the market. The CB1000R is a cracking ride, but it's definitely more modern than it is retro. The CB1100RS offers more old school aesthetic, but the performance and handling can't match that of the CB1000R. This CBF would really hit the sweet spot between the two. I'd love to hear what you guys think of it in the comments below. Are you a retro fan, or do you just prefer the most modern offerings from motorcycle manufacturers? And if you do like a retro, which one would you choose from the CBF, Z900RS or Katana? I used to be a massive fan of the Kawasaki, but honestly, I think that this is my new favourite. Let me know which you'd pick in the comments below, and if you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe and I'll catch you next time.